Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Jake with Stolen Potential, and I have two pretty important topics that I wanted to share in today's update video. Now, I just wanted to preface this video by saying that I would never share anything with you guys that I personally wouldn't think would happen. If it didn't have anything to do with the release of the new album, whether that's a crazy theory by some crazed fan or something of that sort, I'm not going to share it with you guys. The only updates that I've ever shared are things that I could see potentially happening. So for example, the couple videos that I put out a few months ago revolving around the possibility that an album would be dropped in April, I bought into that. I thought that held some water. I thought that there was a possibility, a potential for that to happen. And so that's why I shared it with you guys. But crazy theories like Josh wearing that moon shirt and people were like, wow, that phase of the moon, like that's when the album's gonna drop. People are just grasping for things at this point, and I totally understand that because I too, a 21 Pilots fan, really want this album. So that I just wanted to set the stage and say that I would never share anything with you guys that I personally wouldn't see happening. Like I'm not gonna post a crazy theory that I found online just to get views. That's just not how I operate. As cryptic as 21 Pilots is, I really don't think they're as cryptic as we think they are, or as the internet thinks they are. I feel like every single thing that 21 Pilots posts on their website, the fans, the clique just tears it apart looking for any sense of a clue or anything like that. And I really don't think they're as cryptic. I think 21 Pilots, Tyler, Josh are a lot more straightforward than we think they are, and I just think we blow everything out of proportion. It's crazy. With that being said, I just wanted to lay the foundation that I personally will never share anything that I don't think will happen. Any 21 Pilots update that I post because I believe it could have the possibility of factoring into their new album. But with that being said, I do have two pretty fascinating updates that I wanted to share with you guys that I personally could see factoring into the new album. So the first topic, we all know that there were a ton of radio stations that called in or tweeted and said, hey, 21 Pilots music, it's coming soon, we got it, we got these tracks, and those were all just totally just debunked. And honestly, looking back, they were probably just grabs at attention. Like they wanted to put their name out there, and they know how passionate the 21 Pilots community is. And so we have to realize that the people behind those radio stations are greedy people too. Like they're wanting attention, they're wanting money, and they're not gonna say like, oh, we don't have the 21 Pilots song, we don't have it. That would kind of put them in a negative light, and we'd associate them with a negative connotation, so they're not gonna do that. Instead, they're gonna say, well, yeah, it's coming soon. Of course we have the new song, it's coming soon. And that's kind of why I never shared any of those radio station theories, because I just saw right through those. I was like, there's no way they have access to this new single or this new album. There's no way. But with that being said, there was a new radio station that did share some pretty interesting information, and take it or leave it, I think it's really fascinating and it got me excited. And even though it might not come true, even though it might be just total BS, I wanted to share it with you guys because I think that's fair. Again, I'm only sharing this because I partially believe that it could have the possibility of being true. So with that being said, let's go over it. So I'm just gonna read this thing word for word. It's basically a post from someone who is on the inside of this radio station and could potentially have this new information on the new song. So of course this is posted to Reddit. Apparently they haven't heard it yet. They've just heard the talks about it in the radio station, and so I think that's pretty fascinating. Of course, as always, all sources are going to be in the description below, but with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and read this. It says, and I quote, "Going off of the OP I had earlier today, here's all the info I've obtained. Like I said before and in the title, these are minor details. Here's what I can tell you." And just as a quick aside, there might be minor spoilers about the new track in this post, so if you think forward and you think about your first time hearing the new stuff, if you don't want any information on it, if you want to go in blind, then I would recommend maybe skipping. I'll put a timestamp when I stop talking about this post altogether. But with that being said, let's continue this post. "I work for an alternative radio station, one that's, let's just say, has a very good relationship with the band and surrounding company. About a month ago, a press release received had 21 Pilots as a summer release for new music. That does not mean album." So by that, this informant is probably just talking about a new single coming out or EP, which I'm kind of disappointed about. I would rather have them release the whole album all at once. It's almost like symbolic, like them escaping Dima. It's all at once. There it is. We've escaped. Here's our album. I would much rather have that, but instead it looks like they're going the singles route if this is going to be accurate, if this is true. "This week I was informed by my boss that she has heard the new song and was very reluctant to give me much information. I think she wanted to brag. She told me 3 pieces of information. 1. The new album has a good amount of content surrounding Tyler's relationship. 2. A new song is heavier than Heavy Dirty Soul. She was toying with me when I asked if the song was the single or not, but she wouldn't say. 3. It will be released in July. Now this is just based on what I know and the conversation I had, but it's looking like July 13th as an official release. That is not confirmed, but sources are looking like that. So with that being said, that is the full post made by the Reddit user. One contradiction I noticed in the post, which might prove that it's not true, is the fact that the person heavily hinted that this is not going to be a full album release, it's just going to be a single. However, later in the post, it talked about a whole album, or it mentioned that the full album is about Tyler's relationships. How would they know what the full album is like when they only have heard or have brief information told to them about the one single? So I don't know, it's very interesting. Recently, the same 21 Pilots Reddit user gave an update to that story and said that the new single is transported on an iPod with only one song on it. So again, if this is true, Fueled by Robin is really taking the precautions to make sure that this song is not leaked, that this song is not downloaded or intercepted on the internet. They're using a full, like, hard copy of this song on an iPad or an iPod to avoid what happened with Heathens. So take it or leave it, that's a very recent update that I wanted to talk about. It got me excited because, like I said, this could show through the looking glass of what potentially could be coming for this new album, and July 13th is not that far away, so we'll see soon enough if that held any water or not. What do you guys think? I want to see your ideas in the comment section below. The second piece of information that I find much more exciting and much more liberating than that radio announcement is the fact that Tyler Joseph was seen on a rooftop on Debbie Ryan's story recently. Okay, wait a second. Hey, it's Jake in the future. Turns out, as I was editing this video, those people who we saw on the roof on Debbie Ryan's Instagram story messaged and were like, hey, guess what? We're not Tyler Joseph. So sadly, that was debunked. That is not true. It's fake news. It was not Tyler Joseph on that rooftop. So I'm just gonna leave this section in that you're about to watch where I talked about it as if it was Tyler Joseph, because I think it's kind of funny. But I did want to clarify that it wasn't Tyler Joseph, and I was right in the fact that it wasn't a music video, and that's my key takeaway. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. I'm sorry that it wasn't Tyler. I'm really bummed about it, and I'm sure you guys are too. But all right, let's continue. I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip, but basically it shows Tyler Joseph being directed by a guy with a camera. He's sitting on a chair and then gets up, and yeah, that's about it. But it's really exciting because we get to see Tyler. We haven't seen Tyler in a while. It's been a fat minute, so it's been really cool to see him just interacting and sitting on a rooftop. Now, a lot of people are thinking that this is him recording a new music video, and that's really exciting to think about, but I'm actually leading on the other side of the fence. I don't think this is for a new music video, and the reason why is because if they were actually shooting a music video, I would think that an entire production crew would be with them, not just one guy with a camera or video camera. You think about Heathens, you think about Ride, Tear in My Heart, all these music videos have entire production teams that are making this music video. You think about Heavy Dirty Soul as well, and you think about all the people that were behind the scenes when that song music video it was leaked. Like, the BTS stuff was all over the place, if you remember. So I would assume that if this was in fact a music video, there'd be a sound guy, there'd be a lighting guy, there'd be the whole 9 yards. There wouldn't just be one lone videographer taking pictures or video. Now, someone could debate that this could still be a music video shoot. If you think about music videos from their Vessel era, Car Radio and Truce, the production of the first half of those music videos are very simple. I'm pretty sure there was only one guy sitting alongside with them recording Tyler. Can't Help Falling in Love, their cover was also probably very similar in that sense, where they had the guy from Real Bear Media, I can't remember his first name, but he does all that stuff in-house. Like, he creates all those music videos, and I'm pretty sure he only has 1 or 2 other people working for him on those production days. So it could be that for this music video, they're going the simpler route and they're not taking an entire production team out. One other thing I noticed in the video, Tyler actually picks up a water bottle or something like that was sitting next to him when he sat up. And if he was actually shooting a music video, I don't think that he would have that right next to him for the fear that that water bottle or mug might be in the shot during the video. I feel like he would have left that far away so it wouldn't be in the video with him. I really do think that the album is coming soon, and I think that July is a potential date. It will have been about a year since the hiatus started during that time, so I'm really hoping that July is our lucky month. I'm gonna go ahead and put a poll in the top right corner. I want to ask you guys when you think this album is coming. coming? Is it going to be July, or is it going to be later in the year, or possibly even 2019? What do you guys think? But yeah, that's the information that's been circling on the internet, and I just wanted to keep you guys in the loop. Thank you guys so much for watching this entry in the top update fandom. It's been great making these videos. Like, I love you guys. Like, every single one of you guys. You as an individual, I love you. Thank you guys so much for making this video production process just so fun for me. I love talking to you guys. If you guys aren't already, please follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I post a lot of behind the scenes stuff on those venues, and it's just really fun interacting with you guys there too. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. But with that being said, thank you again for watching. This has been Jake with Stolen Potential. I love 20 pilots, and so do you, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.